Hello, my friends. This evening, I would like to explain to you the relationship between our beliefs and our recovery. If you are using neuroplasticity to rewire your brain and recover from a chronic illness, sometimes there are belief systems we can have that can get in the way, but it's not the beliefs themselves. It's the way our limbic system, our survival center, is relating to those beliefs. So I want to break this down from a human development standpoint. So this applies if you are somebody or know somebody who has very strong religious beliefs, very strong beliefs around something activist like global warming or politics or diet, anything where the belief is pretty dogmatic. And I've seen this interfere with for some folks in recovery where it can cause issues, right? And the only reason it causes issues, again, it's not the beliefs itself that's the problem, but the fact that that person's limbic system, maybe your limbic system, is finding your sense of safety in the belief system instead of in your body. Let me explain. So when human beings are born, our brains are not developed to the point where we can have beliefs. We're just bitty babies, right? And we find our safety. Safety is created in the brain and nervous system, and in brain rewiring, you are mimicking the exact same thing that happens in an infant and child by whenever you have symptoms or activation, you meet yourself. So your brain is saying, because that's all associated with fight, flight, freeze, your brain is saying, I don't feel safe. That's what symptoms are saying. I don't feel safe. I need love. I need regulation. I need the truth. I need accurate information about what's going on because this feels terrifying and out of control. I need someone to tell me the truth and then give me a sense of regulation and okayness via mood elevation, somatics, whatever your neuroplastic tools are. Those are all ways to chemically and in an action-based way communicate to your brain that you are safe and all is well. And so on a brain and nervous system level, we can only come out of fight, flight, and freeze and recover and have that stress switch turn off and have our symptoms go away through regulatory input. It's not the only really belief that matters in a sense here is just, it's not really a belief, but it's understanding the science of what's happening in your brain. And again, it's very much the same as when a baby cries and a parent comforts the baby over time, as long as that's done, about 2/3 of the time, that child's system will learn on this very deep primal level, oh, the world's a safe place. If I'm in distress, someone comes and takes care of it. Like, it gets taken care of, and I'm always good. So we're not then worried whether the world is a safe place. We can move beyond that and start to explore, and the rest of our brain development can happen. We can access our prefrontal cortex and connection and creativity and intellect and adventure and independence and all of these things, which, if you're watching this video, there's a good chance none of that's available to you right now because your system's in survival. So how this relates to beliefs is this. When a child's that small, there are no beliefs really happening. There's no conscious thought. There's no conscious belief systems that are being developed between the age of 0 and 2. Not like a dogmatic kind of approach. And a lot of times where a lot of people find their safety as adults because they didn't have it from their parents, they didn't get that regulatory input and their childhood. They didn't find safety through connection, human connection, that's the only kind of safety, and you can find that within yourself as an adult now, with your connection to yourself. But that is how our systems, that is the only safety that your limbic system and nervous system will accept, is safety from positive regulatory input. Is my environment safe? Are there survival things? Is there water? Is there food? Is there warmth? Is there love? Basic things like that. That's all your brain's looking for. It doesn't care about ideologies or spirituality or anything like that, or anything, ephemeral like that and mental, cerebral. So a lot of times when we didn't get that, we find a sense of safety in a dogmatic, very strict belief system of some kind. It could be literally anything. Again, religion and religious type beliefs are a great example of this, but there's so many places that can apply. That's definitely not the only one. And that's not what our brains and nervous systems can't. Having our safety in a belief system, that doesn't actually create safety. It just creates rigidity. And that's oftentimes our brains kind of perceive that because it seems reliable. Being really rigid feels like stability. It's very close counterfeit. And you see this a lot with religious wars and just all kind of conflict in the world over belief systems. People find their identity and their safety in their beliefs. And if you challenge them, they feel really unsafe and they get really limbically activated and they act in a very violent and aggressive and fear-based ways. We see this all over the place. How this applies in your recovery is simply taking your belief system and you're not throwing it out. You're not even saying you're going to change it. You're just recognizing that having an intellectual belief system is not how your brain and nervous system are designed to create safety, and it's never going to work. We need to set it aside, kind of on the shelf right here, and just focus on the actual, brain and nervous system regulation separate from your beliefs, and find that safety there so that at some point you can then relate to your belief system from a place of security where you believe these things, but your sense of safety is based in your body. And in a sense that I know that my needs, your body and your brain and your limbic system are going to feel that part of you, this animal part of you that's just looking out for your basic survival, feels safe all the time, and it's not connected to your beliefs. You can have those beliefs, but there's not this clinging to them for a basic sense of security in the world. That's really essential and important on some level in order for us to move forward and accept what it is to be human. And that's something where, again, but regardless of whether your beliefs are health related or politically related or religiously related, you are a human being before you are anything else. And you are honoring your humanity in that sense. Whatever your beliefs are, you're honoring them by actually prioritizing and being open and willing to honor your humanity as it is. If you believe in God, as God created it. And if you are into politics or activism, you're learning how to honor the human person by honoring yourself. And that is the most important place, activating having activism, standing up for yourself and your own need to feel safe and secure in the world is the first place to practice any kind of activism, if that's what you're into. So, and again, understanding that safety is the foundation for all health and all development. Again, it all starts with you just being a human being first, and then learning how to relate to your beliefs in a new way once you have that sense of security. Love you guys.